Hey you guys, so it is Klaireeberry, so we have a little bit different of an angle here. We'll see how this works today. Much love, many blessings. I hope you're doing well on this Tuesday morning. We have, well, you know, as I always like to say, there's a lot going on. So a fiery climax approaches, okay? Full moon in Aries. Very, very interesting because we do have a lot of Aries energy right now with our Mars in Aries, and fiery climax approaches. How wonderful. That is positive, okay? Even if it may not always feel like it. Then we got Falcon in reverse. So act on the opportunity that's before you and commit to it without equivocation. Okay, you have to know yourself. You have to know what your goal is, what your plan is. And when you have that opportunity and you know that you just have to act. You just have to swoop down without even thinking about it and take advantage of some situation. So look out for that. Where are you being asked? Where are you being pulled? It's going to be just instincts. You know, you're just going to know whenever you need to do this acting, and you're just going to go with it. Okay. So interesting news here for Divine Feminine. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, so today is actually a 7-day. So interesting that we're getting the 7 here of Swords. So mentally and spiritually, we're in this zone where those are our concerns, and it's starting to, well, it's like our mental and our spiritual is trying to do one thing, and our emotions are over here trying to do the other thing, trying to wallow, trying to say, oh, this is such a sad situation. Why does it gotta be so hard? Little bit of victim mentality. Meanwhile, our mind's like, what? Huh? No. You know, this is not about feeling sorry for oneself. This is definitely about doing that healing, taking that advantage, using these clues, mentally getting in there and getting rid of this mental energy that isn't supposed to be there, that has come from the home life as a child. A lot of times this is where our primary hurts, you know, and traumas are. And it's usually, you know, in the 4th house with Cancer, and it stays with you, okay? But that's the healing that we need to get in there. Excuse me, I'm like getting hiccups here. Yeah, so a lot of healing energy, and emotionally here, Divine Feminine is feeling like they don't even have time. You know, that's why I think I'm getting the feeling like a Divine Feminine is feeling kind of sad, kind of down in the dumps about something, even though she's feeling spiritually heightened, and it's kind of a little paradox there, because you would think, oh, if I'm doing everything right spiritually and if I'm making progress spiritually, then I'm going to feel it. Sometimes it does take the moods a little bit, you know, to catch up. So that's perfectly fine. But also being too busy here to even pay attention to your emotions is an issue. I know you're just doing things to make the world a better place, and so that's why it is hard, I think, to know when to prioritize. But we've got to do that, and we've got to make that part of our process moving forward, is how are we going to do only that which excites our soul. So that's interesting here for our intro energy. Okay, can't make this too long. If you do need a personal reading, just hit me up down below in the description box and the email. Okay, so we got Temperance. We've had Temperance again. Let's get these all. Everything was in reverse, so it's either a little bit in the future or extra. So with this way we're doing the reading here. And again, this is actually how you're thinking about your person. So it's like you think that they're kind of holding back, or maybe even like chasing the wrong things here. And then thinking that, knowing that, you know, here on some level, Divine Masculine is actually going within here and listening to their heart and hearing some higher learning here, you know, progressing in these internal ways, you know, in the learning and in the really just the feeling. And it could just be, you know, people sometimes figure out, you know, how to check themselves and how to do the shadow work on their own. So there may be some of that going, and this could be wanting to share the things that you're learning with your person as well too. Okay, wanting to see them in this light. Okay, feelings about divine masculine, feeling like they're very driven, like they have, you know, this purpose that sometimes you may get lost in the winds. And that's just a very real, very honest, you know, feeling that we have. So it makes you want to put up boundaries when you don't feel that you are their, you know, their focus or their reason, not necessarily their reason for living, you know, but they're considering, if they're not considering you, you know, in their actions and in their thoughts, and it's just going to send you a signal that's saying, hey, you know, and that's kind of, I feel like what is going on here on some level, at least. Divine masculine seems to be just kind of, yes, maybe they're doing some healing right now, but their focus, you know, is elsewhere. And that's why I'm pulling back a little bit. Okay, so there may be that lack of emotional depth as well. That's kind of been a theme here, showing on both sides. So not just divine masculine is doing that. Divine feminine on the inside of her, she's also doing that as well. So this is interesting because, again, we have paradoxical thoughts, but also that still makes sense. This is our thoughts about the relationship. So divine feminine feels like the relationship, again, in some way is very stable. In some way is home, okay? But also in some way is being blocked by distractions here. Being blocked, being covered up, being misunderstood, whatever it is here, being, you know, messed up a little bit. It's like the gifts aren't coming through clearly. They're coming through very... It's like a subtle feeling that the relationship is home, but at this point we've forgotten. We've kind of lost our grasp on that a little bit. So, you know, it is what it is, and this is how we're thinking of it, though. Like, we're very aware that our emotions, you know, that we may not be, again, we may not be listening. The theme here just tends to be not listening to our emotions, okay? And also, again, excuse me, being distracted by other things that may not really matter so much. Not to the relationship, not to your emotions. Act on the opportunity that's before you and commit to it without equivocation. Don't be getting distracted by every little thing that comes by. We've got to kind of hone the focus, decide what it is that we want, make decisions. Sometimes you have to make those decisions here, you know, and make those hard choices because you're the one you're being the leader here. Okay? Emotionally about the relationship, you know that it has the potential to bring you great happiness. And again, you are taking control of that. You are setting the motion. Okay, you are deciding that it's going to happen, and it's going to happen. And this is about inner healing as well. This is maybe about finally recognizing that inner healing is what you need to do to help the relationship. That's just the way that it is. We're going to go straight into blockages. We're going to take 3. Okay, so the new beginning, again, a blockage. Any hesitation in going within, going subconscious, going to be a blockage, okay? Trying to chase materialism, trying to be the best that we can be on the outside, only body, shallow, you know, could be social media focus, could be just money and the career getting in the way. Focusing on the home even, home decorating, home renovations, doing these things at the expense. Everything has an opportunity cost. If you're so busy focusing on all these material things, you are just naturally going to have less time to focus on your emotions, which is exactly what's happening here with getting distracted and having this distracted energy, this scattered, somewhat Gemini energy. Gemini makes us so interested in this, interested in that, and it's like we end up placing our emotions, spreading them out into things that, again, don't necessarily matter. We're spending all of our energy, and now it's time to kind of rein that in, take control, to really know that our happiness depends on our own choices here. Really know that, and not just be like, again, flitting around by the choice of the wind. You know what I mean here? Okay, so new beginning as a blockage, temporary, still very necessary. Just go with it. Just do whatever you can to keep this new beginning going, as opposed to, oh, you know, keeping this confusion. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to run from my feelings. You know, there's needs to be this allowing of the feelings to show the way, allowing of the feelings to lead you into this new beginning, not run from the feelings and hide from the new beginning. Okay, this is why you're getting, you know, fiery climax energy, because we're really embarking upon this, and we're just going to decide at a certain point, F it, you know, I'm jumping in. I'm going to freaking do this. You know, you're going to get to the point sooner or later where, again, your happiness matters. You're going to stand up and say, I'm going to take matters into my own hands. I'm going to do freaking something about this. And at that point, you're going to get my program. You're going to say, I've had enough of this. I'm, you know, really going to go ahead and jump into this. And you're going to immediately start learning about the holistic law of attraction, shadow work, and the inner child healing, which are going to help you. You have to go within. You have to trust in me, trust in your intuition, whatever led you to this video, whatever, that this is what it needs. This is just what needs to happen. Okay. Again, cannot be getting distracted by outside, external, mundane types of things right now. Okay. That's just not, those are all of our blockages wrapped up into one. Let me just show you one last time. Okay. It's about not peacefully letting this new beginning start, because we're not going deep enough. We're not going within. We're not just jumping in with both feet. Instead, we're being distracted by the external things of life. You know, how can I feel better? Being heathens, you know? So again, the healing is necessary, and people are like, oh, the shadow is so scary. I don't want to go see my shadow. Shadow work is easy. It's the inner child healing work that you got to watch out for. But no, I will teach you how to do the shadow work in my own way. I did not learn this from anybody else. This is intuitive for me, and it's different than what I see. When I see other people talk about shadow work, I'm sorry, but it doesn't do anything for me. When I came to shadow work on my own, something that just helped me, and now is helping others as well. So again, for our solutions here, it's very interesting because we have the threes have been popping up a lot lately over the past week. It's like group energy, group think, group, we're helping raise the vibration of the group right now. We see this, our roots, we're putting down new roots. These are little fresh, little new foundation roots that are creating a big change up here. Big change up top, okay? So this is getting to the root of the matter, getting to the base of the ideas, you know, of the things that we're talking to people about and things that we're doing and saying. The root ideas, why are we really doing this? This is having the connection also between the mental, the emotional, and what you're doing. And what you're doing over time just becomes your habits. So it is about vision here a little bit, having the right vision. Again, that's caught up with knowing where you're going and knowing what you're doing. And when you're on the path of healing, it's like, at least you can say, I know I'm going somewhere, and you really will. You really will, because we don't stay the same. And if you're not actively trying to get better, you're just going to get worse. Okay. Again, this is choosing happiness. This is making it happen in your life. Okay. Having the vision, you know, this may be a time right now of collecting ideas from the group. Collecting ideas from the group to help your vision here, okay? Letting go of things that, again, need to be changed. But a lot of times, how do we do that? Not by fighting the old, but just by focusing on creating the new, okay? So you have to be ruthless, though, when you are creating the new, so that you don't, you know, get things that you don't want. You have to know what you don't want before you can really even get what you want. Okay? It's being a ruthless judge of what you want in your life. Being a judge is completely positive here. This is saying if you don't truly want it and it's not on your purpose, if it's not helping you do the things that you really, really want to do, okay? then don't even worry about it. And this is somewhat about keeping your internal values and beliefs in alignment with your external. So many people are like, oh, like just for example, oh, I'm an animal lover, but then they eat animals. It's like, no, in actuality, you're a pet lover. You're not an animal lover, or you wouldn't be eating them. This is just an example, not meant to offend anybody, but it's an example of how we need to sometimes check our inner energies. And again, shadow work is the best place to start. I have a shadow work playlist, check it out. And again, you can get the shadow work in the program as well. If you want to get straight to it and learn in the best order and the most efficient way, just go ahead and get the program down below. Very simple, very easy. We'll get you on the path to healing and to union. Okay, so again, also for our new beginnings, okay, this is again being ruthless in what we're choosing, what we're allowing in our lives. Not going to put up with any BS. We're just going to, you know, focus on our own life here, focus on the positivity of our own life and helping people, and, you know, using those judgments to help you keep yourself out of situations that are going to hinder this growth. Okay, we have to listen to the higher voices, the higher powers that are really guiding us here. Again, to stay open emotionally, mentally, and especially mentally, open-minded. Okay, success is coming with this new beginning. Healing is coming with this new beginning. We've just got to focus on, you know, what we want now. What we, you know, it is about the vision, and it is about having a clear vision. Okay. Knowing what you want is the first step, and then that's how you figure out how you're going to get it, how you're going to make it all work. Okay? Helping people, you know, giving back, but also just taking time for yourself so that you are able to know how to help, to have good ideas, know what to leave behind and what to focus on. It's so important. Making the right choices. And, you know, again, this is being able to judge yourself as well too. When you do the inner healing, you don't carry around some of this extra guilt and burdens, and you're really able to start fresh with a new beginning. So this is kind of like a flirtatious little hint here. Go, 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 go within, do it at your own pace. But, you know, we need to get to this inner healing. We need to do the shadow work. We need to learn about the holistic law of attraction. But there's just this little flirty, you know, hint that getting to the inner healing is going to help you, is going to help your relationship. So keep on it. You are working on something here, and it is working with you in as much as you are letting it work with you. Okay? The universe, it backs you, it supports you. Stay, again, I always have to end the videos, stay in your bliss bubble. Keep that bliss bubble wrapped around you, only positive vibes coming in and going out. Imagine that for your person. Only, you know, aha moments all day, you know, vast realizations and epiphanies, you know, learning and growing and loving and growing in love. Growing in love. These are visualizations that you can do. Carry your purpose around with you, and not in a desperate, sad, clingy way, but in an empowered, proactive, and, you know, again, this is putting one foot in front of the other, starting up the beginning of a brand new life, a brand new habit, a brand new ritual in your life starts with one day, you know? So again, stay positive, stay focused, focus on what you do want and not what you don't want. If you need a personal reading, again, check it out down below. Also the program, check out the description box below. Let me know what you think about this view. And yeah, much love, many blessings. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.